in the building, deck 1, deck 2. I've been demoted to the little chair, the little plastic thing. And I guess it's because I came late.
Yeah.
I came late.
Mm.
So they said, boom, you know what? You got to take what's left. Episode 43. Episode 43.
See, I just leave you to it.
Episode 43, we're in the building. And we got a special guest in the building. You know what I mean? So, introduce yourself, bro.
Myself, DJ Scarves, DJ, event promoter, producer, record label owner. I could go on, but I don't want to balloon my head a bit.
DJ,
yeah,
promoter, record producer, record label owner.
Yeah.
Right. And there's more.
Well, family man, but there's all sorts of everything builds the picture. So
sick. All right, so DJ Scarf, for those who don't know. Now, I personally never heard of you or met you, so it's an interesting meeting for me to find out what you've been doing and how you've come so far on your journey.
Lovely.
What got you into, was you a DJ first?
Yeah, I started DJing when I was in uni.
Yeah.
I just literally was messing around. Give them time, virtual DJ was the sort of like new in thing. So
that must have only been in the uni scene.
It was, it's like at that point in time, there was like virtual DJ was out, but if you wanted to learn, you couldn't really go out and buy decks. Decks were expensive at the time, so the only other alternative was to download virtual DJ and see what you work on. So I thought, I'll download it and mess around with music. And then slowly just started progressing and started taking it a bit more seriously, practicing, and then out there.
Sick. Yeah. So we're gonna little more later on. We're gonna get into the record producing and the record label, because that's a conversation. You know what I mean? Because I want to know about how the money works nowadays. Do you know what I mean? Because I know how the money worked back then. But how's the money work now? So we can have this discussion. I hope you're feeling like you want to let off some information. Yeah. So, but before we get into that, Fats, how's your week been, bro?
My week's been alright, We just do a quick little shout out. It's my cousin's birthday today. So now we're doing a little birthday thing, little memory lane.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, big up my cousin. He watches the pod and that. So my cousin Sizer. Yeah.
That's sick. Where's it up? Big
40th.
40th! My G, big milestone.
So big him up. His birthday. So we was doing that today, popping a couple bottles and, done a little drive-by. Not my usual kind of drive-by. It was like a drive-by and happy birthday. You get me? Not my usual out the window.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, man.
I'm joking. But no, we was doing that. So other than that, just been enjoying the week.
So hold on a second. Where's my t-shirt, bro? You say you watched the pod. Where's my t-shirt?
No, he didn't organise the t-shirt still. It was organised for him. It was a surprise drive-by.
Alright, so why you never send no cake for me, bro?
2 pieces as well,
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Happy birthday. But know yourself. Big up yourself. So you say, alright, cool. Anything interesting happened over this weekend? What do you reckon's been going on? It's been a bit quiet. In terms
in what?
In the DJ world.
What are you talking about?
Alright then.
No, there's no news. There's no like crazy news.
Nah.
But, well, I've never seen in my life this many Valentine's mixes. I've never seen so many mixes in my life and lives.
Valentine's lives.
It was going off.
Oh my goodness me.
You were spoiled for choice.
Hey.
You were spoiled.
I don't even know if people could have went like that. If I was like a rave or supporter, whatever, they must have been losing their mind because
everyone was
left,
right, there was non-stop. One time I went on my thing, it was like lockdown had just started again. At the top, I just saw live. I scrolled live.
Yeah.
I said, wow.
And same on Twitch. Twitch had everybody. But you know what? No matter how it goes, big up DJ Corey. Corey once said this, He said, he said, like, so for example, just one artist. So let's just use Drake. It's always Drake.
Yeah.
Drake's the scapegoat.
How about us, man? I'm joking.
But yeah, so let's just use Drake for example. Drake might have 20 million followers.
Yeah.
20 million followers. And if every DJ in our scene go live, our followers don't even come to a million.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Doesn't even come to a million. So there's a lot of people that love music, a lot of people that love the music that we play, and they're just not tuned. They're just not in. So they're just not tuned into us. They're still not listening, or they're still not following. But they follow music, the artist. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you look at it like that, then it's not saturated.
No,
it's only saturated to the small people that appeal to more than one of them DJs. Then it feels like, oh my god. But for ravers and people that love music, there's so much. There's more of them than us.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's all about how you market yourself. If you just market yourself to these 5 people, and then you market to the same 5 people, and then you market to the same 5 people,
then we're finished.
Then we're finished because we're scrapping for the 5 people.
8. Yeah. Then it's finished.
And then I'm start getting vexed with, listen, why are you watching Facts? You get what I'm saying? I'm on at the same time.
Yeah.
Nah.
But you know, I think obviously as DJs and hosts, I think we naturally see it more because there's a lot more of a sort of like circle and inner circles that are DJs. So when we go on Instagram, we're seeing DJ that.
Based on who you follow.
Normal everyday radio, I might just have maybe 1 or 2 DJs. And from then, only one of them is going live. So it's like...
True. That's true.
Yeah, because Fat Pum Pum Keisha might only follow...
Big up her. I hope she had a good Valentine's.
Valentine's is coming. Yeah, but so say for example, like just Keisha for example, she might only follow 2 DJs. And then so if they're both on live, then she's got, okay, let me pick one. But do you get what I'm saying? But we follow DJs. So it looks like everyone's on my day. You know what I mean? So, and the fact is, you just got to keep, as a DJ, you got to build your market. You got to use your brand to build your fan base. Do you get what I'm saying? And stretch, like we're in the internet day and age. Stretch your fan base as far and wide as possible. You can have people in Fiji listening to you that like your stuff. You just got to try a way of reaching them and try and, people in Iceland. People like we're on the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
We can have everyone.
Yeah, definitely. No, I hate you.
Do you know what I mean? So,
I hate you.
But yeah,
that was just my take on the weekend.
I was hosting a clash yesterday. Okay. The Valentine's clash. Big up Glamzino.
The winner.
He took it home. Yeah, he took home the trophy. Slow Jam's Seduction Central Champion. You know what I mean? But it was festive, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was festive. Houdini, Mr. Minus, Marcus Drama, Glamzino, Flyboy Local, Slow Jams. They had different. The first round was like juggling. Then you had like a 90s round, the groups round, female only round. Listen, it was festive.
Was there any doublets?
Houdini bust a doublet.
Is it?
Houdini bust a
slow jam doublet.
It was nice.
Is it?
It was nice.
Sick.
Yeah, it was nice. It was very festive. I'm sure it's gonna be out somewhere for you to watch it, man. So follow Certified Entertainment and you can watch that. But yeah, there's another one coming. I had fun hosting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad to be on that side. I love clashing.
Not the warring side.
But not everyday war. You know what I mean? Sometimes just chill. Yeah, just big. You know what I mean? All right, cool. So you say you started DJing back in uni days.
Yeah.
And so where did your journey go from there? When you say so, you've left uni now.
No, it's even before I started. So as soon as I started DJing, I had sort of how can I put it? Like I saw myself as a DJ because obviously you start DJing, but you don't really see yourself as a DJ until you start getting these bookings. And okay, I'm actually a DJ. You start seeing yourself on flyers and stuff. Then from then, it was literally moving on to the event organising side because literally me and at the time DJ Funks. Shout out DJ Funks. One day we just said, listen, let's just do an event in Hertfordshire. Is either going to go well?
No, Hertfordshire.
Yeah, Hertfordshire.
Oh, wicked.
Why we're gonna is either going to go well and people are going to come, or people aren't going to come. But if you don't try, you don't know. You know what I mean? So around them times, there were a lot of other promoters in Hearts that were doing their thing correctly. Shout out to Movie MT, Chris Essence on a weekly.
Smooth D, he was on here.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. What part of Hertfordshire? Because you know, Hertford, to me, bro, I swear, Hertfordshire is like
you know,
as far north as it gets, probably not.
You know, before I went to Hertfordshire, I thought that as well. Until I found out you can get trained from King's Cross to it's 20 minutes.
You know where Hertfordshire is?
The thing is,
Oxbridge, isn't it? From Oxford.
No, it's like just past North London. Basically.
So what is it like? All right, so look, when you think of counties, so like Nottingham, or Nottinghamshire, they're different. Buckinghamshire, where is that? I can't tell you where it is.
I get what you mean. So, but Hertfordshire is not
Hertfordshire.
Are you just hearing a shirt in it?
Hertfordshire is just over North London.
Literally.
And then Surrey and whatever is just by south. I guess
it's not far.
Kent is by southeast.
The Abbey town was Hatfield.
Hatfield.
And it's such a weird town because you've got the uni, and then you've got like a little, I don't even call it a shop center. You've got a shop center, and then
that's it.
That's basically it. So if
there's nothing else
the uni if you don't go to the uni, there's no reason
to be
Hertfordshire. You know, in Hats, was it
Herts?
Hats. The town is called Hatfield.
In by Herts. Okay, cool. Was there black people there apart from uni students?
No.
No, surprisingly there was because it's funny, when I started doing events, there's other promoters that used to do sort of like Afrobeats events, but they always do it on a Friday. Now the thing about uni is, on a Friday, everyone goes home. Everyone stays in uni in the week, and on Friday you go home because they probably got this normal Saturday or Friday raves and ends. You know what I mean? So everyone goes home. But these men were doing events on a Friday, and I'm thinking, what on earth is going on there? And I went there, and it's literally just African Central, Afrobeats all night, and every single one of them lived in Hatfield. So you had a few that probably like international students, but the majority lived in Hatfield. So it's like sick. You know, like they proper cleaned up in that market there.
Yeah, wow. Because obviously, I say this all the time. I don't know nothing about the uni world. No. Unfortunately, I was one of.
I'm sure I've seen your name on a uni flat before.
I've played at a couple uni events, but I've never been to uni. I let my mum down. I let my mum down. She had high hopes. I let my dad down. But so you saying stuff like they go home, that's mad to me.
You don't even understand?
I know, when you live on campus.
No, I know, but I mean, you're like, you don't even...
That would never come.
That's like, what? Yeah, like weekends, uni students go home, innit?
And
come back on that Monday, Sunday.
The main sort of raving day really there is a Thursday.
Yeah.
Which before uni, I was thinking, that doesn't even make sense. Who goes raving in the week?
Remember, uni raves, depending on what city you're in, I remember this specific week, I done 5 raves. I think I done 5 bookings, Monday to Friday. And I went, no, I think I done Tuesday to Friday. But I went like Leicester on Tuesday, Birmingham on Wednesday, Portsmouth on Thursday, and Southampton on Friday. Or something like that.
It was rum.
It's crazy. Because it's like even within, you've got, if you just take into account one uni, you've got the main sort of like student union, then you've got other sub-promoters that go a bit more deeper with the bashment and the athletes. Because you're not going to get deep bashment and deep athletes in the student union. So you have the other promoters that sort of like clean up on that side and they get everyone to come to it. But then also you then got coach raves. So then...
It's like, what?
So basically a coach rave is like, if I were to do a rave in Hertfordshire, I'll get people in Leicester to sell tickets and put on a coach for them, they bring their people down. They bring their people down to Hertfordshire, party, and then the coach back up.
Just because they go to uni, they rave with other uni students.
Yes. And the coach raves were probably one of the best raves that you could go to. Because it's not even just the rave itself.
The coach
journey is just...
The coach journey is lit. Everyone's
crazy.
Like, listen.
It's like going to the weekend.
But sometimes, by the time they get to that rave, people are vomiting.
Finished.
They're vomiting. There was one rave,
I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Super Duper Meets Hadfest in Leicester. And we only took one coach from Hertfordshire, which is weird, because Hertfordshire was the raving uni. We'll take 2-3 coaches anywhere. Wherever the rave one will come with Celtics and we'll go. But we only took one coach. By the time we got there, I think I walked into the club, maybe 10 minutes. I walked in, saying hi to everyone, come back, and literally half of the coaches on the back sofas just
For us.
finished.
Can I ask you a question?
Finished.
Do people study at uni?
Yeah, of course.
Because if you rave it all week, drink and do all this fuckery, like when do you study?
But it's not every week, is it?
Yeah,
Although in their own uni,
Yeah.
a lot of the time, there'll be like a weekly thing.
That's what I'm saying. I've heard them, listening
Yeah.
to the guys talk about the uni scene, yourself,
Yeah.
T-Show, like all the guys that, it feels like all they do is
Party.
yeah.
For the majority of the time we party, but obviously daytime you got the only time it really affects is maybe if you go to a culture and you come back at 7 o'clock in the morning, you've got
You got lecture at 9.
that's cancelled.
That's
It's Friday event. Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's say fast forward now, you've come out of uni, how did you get into DJing in London? I assume you come back to London, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
How did you get?
So I think lucky for me, I'd already built up a few connections and friends or other promoters that were doing raves in London per se. Shout out them. Plus, I started doing my own events in London as well. I work really well with Mr. Smooth EMT, and he was doing raves in London while I was in uni anyway. So just learning from him and seeing what he does, and then planning off that sort of work. But then when I came back, I was more because I wouldn't say I'm a soca DJ. I'm a multi-genre DJ, but I did get booked a lot for soca in uni.
Okay.
You know what I always wanted to ask you, because obviously they might not know. Obviously, you're Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And soca is not normally a genre. It's,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're almost like, you know, like when you see, I don't know.
It's like a neptizzle.
Yeah, when you see the Afro beats. Seeing a Nigerian person, like you do soca, that's kind of left field as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what kind of got you, like, what made you even, how did you get into that genre?
What made me go to soca was by far Flags. Shout out Flags. They do, they used to do back then, weekly events.
We got Flags, man. Silk and...
Yeah. So when... So is that the first ever rave I went to was a Flags rave. And
your first ever rave?
First ever. 17.
You got thrown in the deep end.
Yeah, literally, because one of my close friends, he's from St. Lucia, and it was his birthday.
Okay.
And he said, yeah, we're going to go to this rave. I said, I don't mind, whatever, we'll just go wherever. And then...
so his first rave, you was excited.
You
don't know whatever. You was like, okay, let's go.
I was raring to go. But at them times you're young, you're thinking, the ID's not really even going to be a problem. But all of my guys, they were all 18. I was probably one of the last to turn 18. So, man, for a long while, I was outside because the woman was like, no, you don't have ID. So, I was like, this is an anti-climax. You can't leave me outside. But obviously, it was my guy's birthday, so I said, you got to go inside. But then, lucky for me, about half an hour in, she was like, the guys are all 18, just go in. Cool. And I went in there, and that for me, I think
you know what? Sorry, don't forget where you are, yeah? But only when you're 18 or 17 or whatever, would you wait for half an hour on just in case?
Yeah.
Bear in mind that when I driving? Yeah, I was driving at the time. But it didn't dawn to me to go and sit in the all I'm thinking is, I need to get in. So either I need to call them and find out where the fire exit is so I can get in, or I need to see if I know someone. But by that time, I'm not even I'm just like anyone.
So. But you know what it is, and you keep looking at her like, you know, like,
I'm literally thinking, she must have some sympathy for me. It's cold.
She's got some empathy.
I think it was like November, December. It's cold. I'm there, shivering. And she's like,
that's it.
Cool.
That's it.
So and then from then, I used to go to the event every month, and that was first of all got me on soca.
Okay.
And then obviously from then, I used to download a lot of soca songs at one time. So when I went to uni, I never really heard a soca set, which was mad weird.
But that's why I asked you, because that's not a left field genre, but it's like a genre that isn't always played.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like still in uni, you might get one or two songs.
Yeah. Let me see you.
That's it. And then lucky for me, when I was doing house parties, that's what sort of dawned I was again. because I used to play soca, and everyone used to love it. So I'm thinking, why is they not playing? So when I started doing my own events, I used to take a certain safety. I'm playing soca. I don't care where I'm playing soca. If I clear the floor, I clear the floor. I don't care. I'm playing soca. But I never ever clear the floor. So it was like, okay. And then from that, our promoters started seeing that. So then I started getting booked to go to Leicester and do like a 15-minute soca set.
Yeah, there was
no. 15 minutes.
Listen.
Man's going from Hatfield to Leicester for a 15-minute set.
It's crazy.
There was
sent me this set time, and I was messaging them back saying, "Are you sure it's this time and it's not this time because that's 15 minutes?" And they were like, "Yeah," and I'd be like, "You know, I'm still getting paid the same." Like, yeah, that's fine. But it's like with them, they liked it, but they didn't like it like that. No, I mean, they like 15 minutes of it just to keep everyone happy and then keep it moving.
Yeah.
I mean, and then slowly started doing the more bigger waves like this Staminas. I don't know if it was actually facts one time that there was a proper Twitter thing, and
if it's Twitter, it's definitely facts.
Because I booked.
If it's a good thing, then yeah.
No, it worked in the end, but basically I booked for Stamina, and there was this big debate about whether it would work on the main stage, the main room, and then I think it was Ballistic. Actually, Ballistic and you were like, nah, it's not gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, and it worked. But then after that, I was like, yeah, okay.
You see, with soca, listen, undeniably, the energy in soca is unmatched.
Yeah, clear.
Do you get what I'm saying? And if you get it right, and you got a good balance of people that appreciate it, you got a good balance of Caribbeans. They're not just Jamaicans, because Jamaica's probably the only Caribbean island that don't really embrace soca, and they do something like you got Conscience, Busy, you got a few artists that are on it, and they're from Jamaica, but Jamaica's got reggae, Jamaica's got dancehall, they got their own little thing, but all the other Caribbean islands, soca. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you, on a balance of probabilities, if you're from the Caribbean, there's more of a chance that you're not from Jamaica. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you do it right and you build it right, soca always bangs.
Yeah,
but I get the 15 minutes.
You know, the problem with I think a couple other of the soca DJs is they had the songs, but it's like Afrobeats. I can give a DJ my whole Afrobeats folder and say, listen, there's half an hour set, go and play Afrobeats, and you need to understand the genre, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So, because you've got like Niger songs and you've got Ghana songs, you've got Azonto songs. If you don't understand it, you'll be going all over the place. You know what I mean? So with soca, because I sort of started on that, I understood where everything should go. So I think that just made everything run smoothly. But yeah.
So did you falling in love with soca not have anything to do with the whine?
100%. 100%. I'm not gonna lie about that. I saw it as, because I used to like dancing, and one thing I found with soca is that a lot more receptive. To just like, it isn't like, oh man, just gonna go ahead. But everyone likes the vibe.
And your dance is kind of a dance. So I dance with you, I move on to your friend next to you. I move on to your friend next to her.
I'm whining with you and I'm trying to whisper in the end. I'm just dancing with you, happy vibes, move on. Just dance and enjoy it. I mean, that's why even missing Carnival, it's just every time I look back at videos, I'm just getting burnt. Because Carnival is just...
He tried to skate over it. I knew. He said, soca, my first rave, I knew that he bossed that rave. You know, like my first rave I ever went to was SW1 with my brother. And I remember I met 2 girls in there, and that was the highlight of the party. The party wasn't that good. My brother kept badding me up every minute. Hey, just for no reason. Just reminded me that I'm a little YouTube. For no reason. Yeah, but anyway, so the highlight for me was meeting 2 girls. But if your first rave is flags, your experience is mind blowing. You didn't sleep. You come home and you was buzzing. Ears are ringing. You're thinking, this was what is this? That's why I went back every month. Come on,
every month, without fail. I mean, so yeah.
Have you ever played on flags?
I played at a couple of the events.
So that must have been a nice feeling.
It was, because to sort of like being grown up as going to flag and then them saying, listen, I'm gonna
sorry, go on.
Yeah, like we want you to play. I was thinking, yeah, like not so much of a they've accepted me because we always used to work around stuff anyway. You know what I mean? I used to help them do like promotions and get people for their Mac band and stuff like that. So, but it was just more to actually play at their event. I'm like, yeah.
We've kind of understood. So you as a DJ, let's talk about this record producing.
No. Let's not go to that.
Why not?
Let's go to promotion. Let's do it in a bit more order.
Okay.
So promoting. So
yeah,
you said you've done some promotion. Uni time. You come to London. You've done some promotion.
Yeah.
So obviously you've been doing your promoting, but I personally was not intrigued, but more like, oh, I was doing that when you started doing Soca Maza, which was
Soca Maza.
Yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Soca Maza is a weekender we did do in Amsterdam, but now we've moved to Gran Canaria.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
so,
good move.
Yeah, so it's
so
literally a weekend full of events, fetes, drinking rum, and partying. But that all stemmed off because obviously I used to do events, and then with me I like to do something else. I had to progress.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So from the events, what then happened was I started doing another weekend that we did in Napa called Napa Splash. Okay. Same similar thing with all the events, but with Napa Splash we also sorted out flights, villa, also, and at that point in time no one was doing villa in any sort of package, so it was a bit like well.
What year was this?
Started 2014.
Okay.
No, it was like 2013, but 13 was more like the trial one where we put it out there, but we didn't really do it. And then 14 and then 15, etc. So that's where I sort of like saw that it could work. Mm-hmm. And then after 2015, I started focusing more on soca raves. And at that point in time, there wasn't really too many soca weekenders out there. There was Flags done a soca weekender, and you had like Berlin Carnival, but that wasn't really a
that's just like people just go.
It's a carnival, and they got carnival events around it, so you just go there for a couple of days and by least carnival. But there wasn't anything that was
Berlin,
German carnival. Yeah. Oh,
you don't know. You don't know about this. You don't know about the soca
one. I don't know about the soca one.
You just start teaching.
You know makes it worse. Yeah. You know makes it worse. Yeah. You see, my granddad. Yeah. My granddad is from Trinidad.
Okay.
And he was actually a calypso singer.
I remember you said this before.
So when we had the soca episode,
we
had an episode. Who did we have on the soca episode?
So influential.
QT2 Hype.
QT2 Hype.
Yeah. Big Bucks.
Remstar, and I think that was it.
No, is that it? Three of them?
Yeah, I think it was only three.
Yeah, and so basically, my granddad is a calypso. Rest his soul. He was a calypso singer, but I don't know about that side.
Like Berlin can't so you see like I don't know, like people go Trinidad Carnival. Yeah. Like for people from the UK, they fully like book their hotel, get their flight, and then go to Berlin. Like it's a proper thing.
Yeah, and
like
it's lit
hundreds of people will fly out to Berlin.
Yeah.
On that weekend and go to the thing. I ain't
and it's soca,
yeah. Yeah, it's a carnival.
Well, I think I went to Rotterdam one year.
Yeah, people do that as well.
They had it was like a carnival.
Rotterdam Carnival.
All the guys, it was mad. They all had like normal haircuts here, and then at the back they're like a ponytail, but really long ponytails.
Yeah,
that was like a hairstyle. And I was thinking, what is this? You know, like it's like it was fashion.
It's like a trend,
proper trim. Like a proper ball trim. Fade to the back. Yeah, I remember, and I was thinking, wow, what is this? But yeah, that's what. But yeah.
But yeah, so at that point, obviously you had the Berlin and you had the Flag, but there wasn't really too much apart from that. So I said with the team that I was doing the soca event with, I was like, look, listen, let's do a soca weekend somewhere. So we sort of sat down and figured out where it makes sense, where hadn't really got people go, and then it was Amsterdam. So we said, okay, we'll try it, and then it went off. It went off, yeah, and then we just kept on building from that year on year, trying to add different stuff. So now, we're going Gran Canaria.
So what made you like switch from Amsterdam to Gran Canaria? What was that?
You know that,
What was the reason behind that?
me personally, I love Amsterdam,
Mm.
but I and a couple of us kind of got their feeling that people wanted a change.
Okay.
It was not that it was overdue, but
Just a repair.
with Dam, you can go down any time.
Mm.
You know what I mean, I can book a weekend down this weekend and just go.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to have Soca events, but you
So
can
you
go
can just
down.
go down. Dam's very
I mean,
accessible.
Yeah. In this sort of like day and age, I kind of felt that people wanted to go somewhere where sort of more beach, sun. You know, what I mean, you can get your pictures, you can with the girls and that. So that's where kind of COVID kind of came in, and I wouldn't say helped or shed the plan, because I would love to do it in Amsterdam. But it just, you thought, this is a good time to now use this other transition.
You're doing it now. You see?
Yeah, so it's June. I can't even remember the date. It's really bad.
June this year.
This June, yeah. pending that obviously things are open.
You know why?
It was meant to be last year, and then we moved it this year.
Do you know why?
So,
a couple episodes ago, we were having a conversation because Glastonbury have cancelled obviously their festival.
Yeah.
So we was having a conversation like, do we think any party holidays or festivals are going to happen in 2020?
But this is the thing. I think when you look at, I think people kind of got to be a bit realistic here in terms of we're not Glastonbury numbers.
Yeah,
I mean,
said that.
we're not carnival numbers. Stuff like Glasgow isn't even necessarily that they were told you must cancel it, but they weighed up and thought, it just doesn't really make sense for us to do this year. Even if we can do it, the restrictions in place just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, for them, all right. But for you now,
for us,
you could like potentially see this. It's about damage limitation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So you cancelled last year.
Yeah. Well,
you postponed it.
Yeah.
Then you dropped a new date.
Yeah.
But we're in the middle of a lockdown.
Yeah.
And we're unsure of where we're going. So we're still in a pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
So you then could potentially have to postpone it again. What that does is it's like these guys are not serious. Maybe not to every single customer, but you got to think about it like this here. As soon as something happens, all right, I'll tell you for example, we had a show in December, from my other thing, we had a show, and they announced a lockdown. They announced a lockdown tonight. Boris came on the TV with his big face and done his lockdown today. I get messages 10 minutes later. What does this mean for the event? Brother, I just found out at the same time as you. But because I'm the promoter, they now want, there's a lot of pressure on me. So,
of course, yeah.
The more postponing and the more pushing back and the more, it just looks unprofessional. So I just feel like, what made you decide to just pick a date and run with it, even though you're unsure?
You know, is that I think obviously we picked dates from last year for this year. I feel like until we know for certain that this can't run, this can't run, then I think that's at the point we say, let's pick a new date. And I think with it comes when you're open with it, because obviously with the last one that we done, we were very open with giving people information saying, look, let's say this is the deal. We haven't cancelled it yet, but we're just weighing up all the options, blah, blah, blah. And then when it came to the time where we did postpone it, not that many people were really, really onto us, you know what I mean? Because they understand. And I think that this is different to any sort of circumstances. If we say that we're going to postpone it till this year now, people understand. You know what I mean? I feel that the only time that people are really going to feel like what the hell is going on is if it's happening next week and then we say now, oh guys, it's not going to happen next week. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, you lot knew this might have not happened. I think, you know what I mean? You've got to be responsible with it. But I still feel this is too early to say that we're going to cancel it. I mean, especially when you look at...
if we come out of the lockdown in April with restrictions, because we're not just going to come out and be free. It's going to come out with restrictions.
But this is the thing. If you look at places like Dubai, for instance, when everyone was going to Dubai, we were on lockdown, but Dubai was practically fine. Mm. So it's like, if we, let's say that our soccer event was in Dubai, we could have easily, we could have easily done it in Dubai. You know what I mean? I feel that the only time that people are really going to feel like what the hell is going on is if it's happening next week and then we say now, oh guys, it's not going to happen next week. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, you lot knew this might have not happened. I mean, done that, and people could have easily come. You know what I mean? So even when we was in lockdown, when we were meant to do it over here, so when we was meant to do it this year, Gran Canaria was still open for events and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's that, but we just felt that there's so much going on now that it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Here's my question here. You don't have to give me no numbers or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, you've postponed it, let's just say, by a year.
Yeah.
Are people, like the general public, are they still, not those who have already bought, are people still buying packages? Like, are they still, you know what I mean?
I think they're, are they apprehensive? Like,
oh no, definitely. People are definitely sort of like waiting to find out. But I just feel it's one of the ones where, let's say we come out of lockdown from what they're saying, 8th of March, and then by April things start getting back to normal. If by
are they saying the 8th of March?
Yeah, 8th of March they're going to start easing it. That's when kids go back to school. Thank God for that, amen.
You might get a birthday.
I might get an next birthday, right?
Yeah, but it's that by summer, let's say that things have eased to the point where people are naturally going to want to go somewhere. I mean, there's not going to be carnival this year, from what I think it's too big. So people are going to look for an alternative. So if that's there, then...
Well, I wish you luck. You know, it's like you're either going to be a genius because you've kept the date, you promoted it, and then just in the nick of time, you've managed to do it. Or you're going to have egg on your face because you've done the promotion, you've got more people's money, you've been doing this, and then you have to postpone it again. So like Turkey Weekend, the big up Turkey Weekend, they kept their thing going, and last year they managed to do it. Like they had that time where lockdown 1 had stopped, and lockdown 2 wasn't there yet, and they managed to slot in the middle of that. They had that window, and they it was just a stroke of luck that they didn't stop their thing. So they turned out to be right for them. Do you get what I'm saying? But it could have easily have been told lockdown tomorrow, just like what he did eventually in December to get for lockdown 3. So in terms of like, you can either just get it right with a stroke of luck or get it wrong. But I'll take my hat off to you. That's brave. It's brave, and you believe in the brand, and you know that you can deliver the product. So you know what? I tell you what. Send 2 tickets.
I'm about to do that. Let me just
send 2 tickets. Me and Fats will come out and report. We'll report live.
Bring the cameras in.
When I'm next on the pod, I'll be here saying, "Well, C6, you know, remember when I said that?" Or I'll be here saying, we're not going to talk about it. Next 7 minutes.
No, man, good luck. I hope it all falls like into plan. Everything just falls into place, and you just get it right. Because I think we need more people to win all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it works out for you, bro.
Alright, so on to the next step here. So I see that you manage a couple artists. So did you manage before you done a record label? Or did you do a record label before you managed?
No, I managed before I done the record label.
Okay,
so
cool.
The first person I started managing was White Boy Whiner.
Who is quite a controversial.
Who is it?
White Boy Whiner. Not white chocolate, White Boy Whiner.
White Boy Whiner.
Whiner.
Is he a rapper?
No,
singer?
He's an
artist.
artist.
A soca artist. He's an artist in general, but
white boy. He's a white boy.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Who's like obviously within
White Boy Whiner, like
there you go.
Okay.
So within the soca world,
Yeah.
at times he's been controversial. Not controversial, but you know, a talking point.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's a white boy who whines to that music. Do you know what I mean? So
a couple people take him in, a couple people don't.
The Marmite thing.
But then
So what made you even like? What made you?
You know, he's one of my close friends, and is more just from giving people advice. So I kind of feel like there's within a person there's so many different hats. So that's why I like sort of say you got the event promoter hat, but with that comes certain things that cross over to managing
certain marketing, whatever.
Exactly. So when just something simple like when he's putting out a song and I'm telling him, no, listen, you need to do it like this, you need to promote it like this, you know, that go and do a live and do this, and I'm telling him the importance of all that because I've seen it from doing flyering at events and you know what I mean. So So from then I said, listen, I might as well just be your manager and handle your bookings and stuff like that and help you with whatever it is that you need to do. So then that's when
he agreed.
Yeah, he was like, yeah.
So did you set the percentage and everything?
No, at that point it was more just like that's a point. I'm
it's
trying
like,
to help you. Yeah.
Facts. Let me be your manager. Look, just give me 80%. I just run everything. You know what I mean? All right.
Go to the event and be like, yeah, there wasn't no money made with them. Yeah, but now literally just like even when it came to stuff like him getting a booking, he would come to me and say, listen, how much do you think I should charge for this person? And I'd be like, well, I think you should charge it. And he's like, well, do you want anything on top? I'm like, no, if you want anything on top, but at the end of the day, I'm helping you.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So that's when I first started my managing. Then we started taking it a bit more seriously when he started getting bookings in New York and.
So they booking him to be an artist or to whine?
So this is where it's a bit weird because he's host as well. He's like a host and he's a dancer and he's an artist. Is that we sort of trying to push that he's an artist, but he likes to do everything as well. So when they book him to come and perform because he had his first song went.
What was that? Big Ben.
Big Ben. That done pretty well. So people kind of booked him off that to come and perform that one.
Oh yeah, but So he's so you know what to get him based on his rider and stuff.
Yeah. So
we say rent New York and everything.
Yeah, he went there, done the show. Everyone sort of that was alright to be fair. But there was in terms of that booking, there was other people as well trying to book him. But it's just more handling the negotiations rather than him doing it. You know what I mean? So just like literally help him with anything that he needs.
And you got another artist that you manage as well.
Yeah, there's two, but that's when the sort of like label side sort of came to it. So because I was helping other artists here and there, like just literally giving them hints and tips and stuff like that. Because what you kind of find as a DJ, you find people send you a lot of music.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm one of them ones where when I have time, I like to go through my inbox and play anything. And there'll be times where I hear a song, I'm thinking, this song is bad, I'm doing crazy numbers. So then I'll go and check what it's doing, numbers are great. I'm thinking, maybe he released it yesterday or something. So then I'll go check his socials and I've seen nothing. I'm thinking, what on earth is going on there? You know what I mean? So then I'm hitting him up saying, so, yo, what's happening with this song? Like, and they're like, yeah, we put it out, but
nothing happened.
Just not having the understanding. So they got the potential, but not having the know-how how to take it to the next level.
And I'm like, yeah, listen, do this and get a video done and promote it like this and keep going at it. I mean, don't get lazy with it. So that's what sort of made me think, cool, I'm helping everyone. I might as well make this sort of an official place where if people want help, they can come, etc. So then that's where the sort of managing and me sort of starting the label idea sort of started. Because I was like, okay, even if I'm not gonna be producing music, let me just make the record label so I can help other people. Because I kind of feel like I'm good with sensing good music. I hope, anyway. We're gonna see in it, but So I kind of thought that I'll use that as a base to, if anyone does want help, they can come and inquire with the label, and you know what I mean, rather than coming to me directly. You know what I mean?
So how did you come up with the whole name? Because obviously,
what's the
Gaffer Records.
Yeah, Gaffer Records.
And obviously, the gaffer is normally the boss in the football club or whatever. It's normally attached to the football club or whatever.
That's it. Yeah.
So what made you come up with that?
You know, with me and my guys, even me and my guys and me and the team that I work with, I'm sort of seen as a person that's doing everything. I'm telling people, guys, listen, we need to go fly out at this time. Who's doing what? I'm organising.
So you're the gaffer.
So that's where people start saying the gaffer. Go and talk to the gaffer.
Okay.
So then, when we're thinking of the name for the label, it's really, okay, Gaffer Records. Cool. We'll run with that. Gaffer Records is.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's what the name came.
So what have you? So we're gonna get to like your most recent thing, but what have you released so far? Because your record label, if I'm not wrong, started during 2020. Yeah.
Lockdown, which is
That's
why
what I mean. So that I wanted to what made you even think, right, let me start a record label in lockdown.
You know, yeah.
Put out music in lockdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy because I had the idea. I was going through my phone and pictures and stuff like that, trying to clear out. And the first logo draft I had was 2019. So now I think back, I'm thinking, well, I had that idea from 2019. But at that point in time, I had no time. Because I'm doing events, flying, working, family, the wife, the kids. There's no time for me to do anything else. So anything I had time was like, now.
Out the window.
Yeah, so then obviously COVID came, bam, events, there's no events, DJing, there's no DJing. I've now got all of this free time. And at that time as well, I'd just passed my train driver training.
Okay.
So,
big box.
The gaffer.
It's in the big box.
Easy.
Yeah, so literally after that, I thought, now is literally the perfect time. We've got so much time on my hands. And lucky for me, I had everything already lined up. So I had the Instagrams, the socials, the company house, everything was all set up, ready to go for when I'm ready to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, like I said, coming from an event promoter, you know that if you want to do an event today, there's so much more beforehand coming to it. You know what I mean? You've got to get a flyer down. You've got to holler at the DJs that take long to tell you, yeah, I'm free, I'm free, then prices, and then getting it printed, stuff like that. You don't take into account, you know what I mean? But obviously, from experience, I said, yeah, this is
It's actually mad, yeah, that like, just like, obviously your main thing is DJ, host, whatever, but when you start doing promoting, it's mad that like, this can help you to do other things, if you know what I mean. Because, like you're saying, you know that if you're gonna, let's just say, like almost like releasing a song, you know that when you're doing your event, you gotta be 3 months ahead, and then you know there's a couple of DJs that might take long, so you might have to give yourself 5 months, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And you're now in the beginning, obviously, you might feel like it's 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? But then you start realizing, right, I've got to start this from here, and then whereas people obviously only just see when the event comes out. Not realizing that 4 months before, you probably hollered at a DJ that took 3 weeks, 2 months. You know what I mean?
I think that's one of the most annoying things when you get someone come up to you and say, "Oh, listen, that rave just came out. How this is easy to you, but you don't realize that it took so long to get to that point." You know what I mean? Even just
they don't even look at stuff like, you know, when you go to, you know, when you're flyering, when you get to the dance, you go to the empty dance. And the ram dance, you don't know it. It's pick than So dance A is in, I don't know, let's just pick an area, Sydenham. And dance B is in, let's pick it. No, because that's around the corner. It's in Wembley. It's in Wembley. But you're thinking, wow, the lineup is sick. I'm going to Sydenham. You fly to Sydenham, Sally and her friend, the only people in the dance. You phone your brethren or you look on socials, Wembley's right. And you're thinking, I can't get to it. So you try, and you get there and get the back end. But people don't realise that kind of level of, you get what I'm saying?
The thing that even, like you're saying, like me being at the right rave at the right time, there's been so many times where I've been driving to an event and I'm literally parking up to chuck phone because I've messaged the leaders inside saying, listen, is this banging or not? So I know whether to divert left or divert right. And they're like, yeah, pop in. And then as I get a bit closer, they said, oh yeah, slightly, he's not putting something. I said, don't go to that room anymore, come to this one because we need a new box. So yeah, it's just crazy. But everyone just thinks, oh yeah, it's just normal, just put the event out and it just does well. But there's something
perception again. We spoke about perception last week. Alright, so let me ask you now, because one of the things that a question of mine that I had with Fats but we haven't spoke about it in the pod, so it'd be nice to talk to you about it. Do you think that putting out songs in 2020 and 2021 at the current state of where we are in terms of lockdown and clubs being shut, that songs get the love, the true love that they deserve? For example, Chris Brown and Young Fog. No, you know that tune I'm talking about? You know the Chris Brown and Young Fog?
Is it new?
Came out last year.
I think I know it.
Anyway, tune's a banger, but it's a club song. It would have been a nice song in the club, and you're never going to hear it in a club. Cardi B and the next girl, never really got club love. Do you get what I'm saying? Because of the time
and it might not, because
It's probably not, because by the time it's clubs open, and there's look at flipping Abracadabra, a fantastic product.
Yeah.
Like, I never heard none of his songs out. Never got opportunity to play it. Even big tune, never got a chance to be played out. Do you get what I'm saying? And there's many more. So if I forgot you, don't watch now. But there's a bag of songs that didn't get the true love. Do you think it's still a good time to put out music? Like, do you think, like, or especially to start up a record label, like what? I don't know if it's a fantastic time. If I was an artist personally, and I don't know if I would want. I know I got to keep my fans fed, but I'm not sure if I really want success in 2020. Like I would have got, because you're not going to get the accolades.
But then it could also be the flip though, of like, you know, like now, because everyone's kind of
purchase.
The whatever, they might buy, and also the viral thing, because everyone's at home. So you might get a different.
Might be a fan. You might get
there's so many different ways to look at it. You know what I mean? Like the way that I sort of, the main sort of thing within I think is it's harder for the bigger artists because they were naturally getting bookings. So like when you say that that song that he done, that guarantee he would have been for whatever, that'd be festivals and stuff like that. Whereas someone that is just starting new, nothing's really changed. You know what I mean? If anything, this is the sort of time where the bigger artists are probably holding on to a couple bangers. So now is your chance to do what you got to do and catch up a bit. You know what I mean?
Like get it out there while the ears are open.
Exactly, because regardless of whether clubs are open or not, you're still going to do the same thing. You're not going to change anything you're going to do because you're a new artist. You know what I mean? If anything, it's going to help you because stuff like TikTok. If your song goes viral on TikTok, then yeah. But then on the flip side, if a song then goes viral on TikTok and it's a club banger, you're then thinking, but you wouldn't have got there without lockdown. So, you know what I mean? You've got way out. You know what I mean? Okay, but I definitely think it's a good time to put out music for new artists. For artists that are established, I think is the best time for them to show something that's a bit different.
Diversity.
I mean, like, if you look at something like Wizkid's album, which I think is a great album, there weren't really too many club bangers. You know what I mean? Like there's so many good songs in that, but it had the whole sort of vibe was a nice and mellow.
Okay, so
you know what I mean? It's like the whole album is nice and mellow, chill.
It's like actually for home.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So I'm serving you for the time that we're in. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, and I'm sure that he's got club bangers that he's just thinking, we're just gonna hold into this. By the time lockdown ends and he brings out his next album, it might just be a club banger album. You know what I mean? So
now everyone's hungry for it.
Yeah. So I just think everyone's just got to make everything work for them.
That's an interesting thing because, as I said, I wanted to have a conversation about it because I was thinking, especially being a DJ that plays in the clubs, plays in the club prime time. Like I know what bangers like I've heard this year that I know at some stage. Even Styler G. Hey, listen, the tune is mad, and it's just not gonna get the club plays like because it's gonna get it's the time. It's just because of the time. But the tune is a monster. You get what I'm saying? Dexter Daps is dropping a couple monsters.
Different, call me and
like they're just not gonna get the mad love. You get what I'm saying? And this is a bit of a like, wow. But I get it. You got to keep the thing moving. Like, why stop because the world stopped? Like, or because they locked down a few things. Keep it moving. People still want to hear it. Plus, we want something to play.
So an artist that I've seen you work with, F-Dom. He was on Pen Game Battle. Built up marks for that, and then I see you you produce a song, and obviously he was on it doing it. You know what I wanted to ask you though, because obviously that song kind of came out during the whole BLM, the whole obviously it weren't all about black men, but that song was more black women. So what kind of, I don't know if you had the input or if it was just his bars or whatever, but what kind of made you not go down that route? Because obviously the whole BLM was, and they work, it was a bit more, black men or whatever, and then you lot kind of done something where was more like to empower the black women in our field.
Yeah, you know what is weird that you sort of bring it up, because the idea stemmed even before the whole not the era of Black Lives Matter, but when it was really going on. Because I think I was just going through one day I was going through my stream, and there was black women like artists and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, yeah, but they don't get the limelight like that. So I said, okay, listen, I've got an idea. I want to do a song where we're sort of giving them their props. So then I thought, who's going to be good at this? And I know F Don lyrically, that's what he does. You know what I mean? So I literally called him and I said, listen, this is the idea there that I've got.
Okay.
Do you think that you could do it? And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, fine. And then we sort of like sat down and had a list of names. I gave him some, and sort of like narrowed it down. I said, you work with what you've got to do, but there's certain names that I definitely want in there because to me they're just doing they're doing bits.
So you had a creative input into
Yeah. What's the name of this song?
The song is called Proud Black Women. PBW. Proud Black Women.
So it's speaking up like
I want to play it.
It's speaking up. No, but it's speaking up. You know, the UK women.
Yeah, I'm going to play it at the end of the pod. That's what
Mel London to the Julia Lanuga to the.
I think I've heard the song. I've heard the song.
Yeah, and
that was in production.
Thank you. Yeah, and then even when it came
I love that because you got to like we got to raise up our women, man. Like,
definitely.
Too much black women bashing, like, so to be in the presence of someone that just feels that same way naturally. Respect, bro. That's a good look. I love that.
Yeah. So then, even when it came to stuff to do like the video, the natural idea was for him to just literally shoot it like it was a freestyle. Like But then I said, nah, there's something more we could do with this. So I sat down and I've done a sort of a
storyboard.
Yeah, storyboard, and I had not only the black women that I mentioned on the songs, but everyone else that I had on the list, and I had them in there coming in and out and everything, and it worked well. And then we had him do his freestyle over it, and we had it side by side, and that just went well. And it was just
sick.
It went.
I'm a bit pissed you never mentioned my mum though, because she's doing bits. Black woman. I never mentioned my mum, bro.
He's a part-time comedian, no?
No,
say part two.
Nah, that's a good look, man. I respect that. So, Gaffer Records, so your artists are White Boy Whine.
White Boy Whine, and then there's an Afrobeat artist called Boy Turner.
Yeah. And
then there's a female rapper, singer called Monique J. Yeah, but they're still fairly new in work. They've got quite a bit of music there, but it's more just getting everything right before we put them into the.
Okay. And do you have any artists that are on your record label that you don't manage?
No, because at the moment it's just them three.
Okay.
At the moment, yeah, obviously we started off last year, so it's more just what I didn't want to do is take everyone in and then I then can't
manage it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, people are saying, oh, what the hell is good on that sort of thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, let me work with these three, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then I can use it going forward. And
Are you looking for talent?
Oh yeah, well, always looking. But just if it makes sense.
Alright, cool. So budding artists out there. We got a plug.
Hit up the gaffer.
Yeah. We don't, in fact, pop to Dead One Deck 2.
Yeah.
We'll arrange it.
With a finding fee.
Don't go direct. Don't come to us and let us see the connection. Yeah. So, have you been to Trinidad or to anywhere like Barbados or anywhere where
this is why COVID just shagged everything, because I was meant to go to Barbados last year at that sort of time, because what happened was me and my guys went to Miami Cup Carnival, which was just sick as well. We kind of had a 10-day spree where we went to New York for 2 days, Atlanta for 2 days, and then went to Miami Cup Carnival, which made it even better, to be honest. But, no, you know, it was my team. You would be mad surprised. I think in all, flight and hotel accommodation, I think came to like maybe 7 bills.
What was you not sleeping on the floor?
For the whole
You know what?
which is crazy.
You know what's scary? I know. Listen, when me and my guys went Miami, we went Miami Memorial Weekend. We're out there. It was mad. So we extended. When we extended, like we was staying on College Avenue. We left there and like we're gonna go Fort Lauderdale. So we had the car and stuff. So anyway, we're driving. It's getting late. Man's getting tired. I was like, right, let's pull up and stay at a hotel. Went to a hotel, no rooms. Next hotel, no rooms. See a motel. Oh my!
Stop film thing,
brother. I didn't know what a motel was.
You didn't know what that was.
So we come to this place. Boom. They're saying. So we're saying we need a room, triple room. There's 3 of us here. Saying yeah, cool. $20. I said
What?
$20. Yeah, $20. And man's like, fuck it, let's just do it, innit? Gone in this place. Blood, the floor it was so greasy. You could skate.
Somebody died in there,
You
bro.
could skate on the floor, blood. And man's in there and it's like, you know, like you ever been in a place to stop and you just feel itchy?
You feel itchy, yeah.
I was like, oh. So
you sleep in your clothes.
I slept in the clothes. I slept in the clothes. I slept in the clothes, hoodie up.
No sheets, no nothing.
Hoodie up, clothes, like I slept in the clothes. Put the heater on, put your jacket on and just sleep. And then left, went in the morning, like no, we're not. Listen, I never use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I never want
You don't want to.
Nah.
You don't want the shower curtain to touch you.
No, don't want to. No, but my brethren, like he's like, I need.
I can't do it.
I need, yeah. So he's gone. He's in the shower and he's like, I can hear him going, ah, he's touched me. It's touched me. I don't know what he's talking about. It's touched me. So he's obviously like scarred himself. We've gone straight to the next hotel. The next hotel here felt so luxurious, bro. Like I swear, I had a bath. When he got told, I had a bath, bro. Like I'm telling you, so I can see that it can be cheap. I'm not saying that you stayed in motels. There's a proper range, innit?
You know, it's surprising. I don't know whether it's because there was four of us, so the price naturally just got cut in whether it is, but we had Airbnbs and they were just crazy cheap and the quality was mad good. Especially Atlanta. When I went there, I was thinking, what? They're going to try to come and spend us some next... Yeah, sorry guys, this is another 700. But no, it was mad.
Sick, man.
And the flights to go in between were like...
they're cheap, 120 or something.
Less than that, it was like $80 and $50.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's the initial reason why we said we're going to do it. Because everything that came for Miami, we looked at how much it would be extra. It weren't that much extra.
Okay, makes sense.
That's
So
sick,
like,
yeah. That's sick. Well, bro, thank you for coming.
No, wait. Before we go
on.
You have a latest single out.
I do. Came out yesterday. And everyone was doing their
Yeah,
lives.
the single coming out yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a single with a well-known singer called Diana.
Okay.
Single's called "Call Me Back," out now on all streaming sites.
Call Me Back.
And it's a R&B.
It's a nice little R&B BM vibe.
So you done like hip hop?
What's your first one?
What's your first?
The first one was Double. That was with Tance and Predo. That was more like
Afro
swing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Then we done the freestyle.
Yeah.
I would say a bit more Afrobeats, and now we've done R&B.
R&B.
I think this is more just me working out my producer sort of sound.
So you produced it, you made the beat and that?
No, so with this one I made the beat.
You're doing Khaled.
We're trying. With this one I co-produced the beat. With the other ones, I was working with another producer that made a beat, but I just produced it. You got the artist on it.
Okay.
Told them how I wanted to be back in studio, and I'll change that.
Real
Produce the whole.
Okay.
Yeah,
So let me ask you.
I can make beats,
Yeah.
but with me, if I've got a vision of this is what I want it to be, because I wouldn't say I'm a great beat maker. I might hear something. Well, I might make a beat and think, yeah, this is good, and I might hear someone else's beat that works better with the vision. I'm not going to say, well, because I don't want to pay this guy.
No, that's cool. If you know what you want and someone else can make it happen, then it's work with them. That's how it goes. Like if I want my dream house, I'm not going to build it myself. Just because. Me and a few mates. Get me? But what I was going to say, I did ask earlier about the record. Like we said, we're going to get into the money and that. Yeah. Are you when people say they own up start record labels and stuff? Yeah, this is my ignorance. I'm asking this question because I really don't understand it. You started a record label, but when someone gets signed to a record label, my basic knowledge is they get their advance, they get this, they get that, they get that. Now, when you as a small independent record label do your thing, does the same process apply? So when you get an artist, you sign them, do you give them that big advance signing for a 2-album contract? Like, is it the same as the big boys or is it done different?
Not necessarily. I think when you sign to majors, it's completely different to when you sign to independent. When you sign to majors, you're sort of looking for an advance, but then the splits are more like 80-20 to them. Yeah. But that advance probably going to help you in the future, depending on how. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, with us, it's more 50-50, but then we help you with the funding. Yeah, so it's more of a artist development deal, but then we also offer, if we really wanted to get someone on and for a project, we might offer them a deal for that project. We say, listen, we'll give you this amount to do the project as an advance, and then work out.
Because I've got a couple of things in the pipeline, we can have a chat.
Send them my way.
Yeah, man, I wrote some bars on the way here.
Is it? Let's hear it.
No, but if I hear it, someone might keep it and then he might say,
give us like 2 bars.
No, I'm gonna have a word of him.
She's trying to claim points.
I want to hear it. I believe he's gonna be like, "Oh, name sing 6, and I got tricked." It's not gonna.
But yeah, but I think even with that, with me starting up, I literally done so much research. Like if you go into my YouTube, because YouTube is where I mainly do most of my research. Because there's so many videos.
I keep talking.
There's so many videos out there that whatever you're looking for, you're more than likely gonna find it on YouTube. Whether you want to learn to speak Spanish, whether you want to know what the capital of this is, you know what I mean. So for the record label side, there was about a week where I was literally just sitting in bed, kids would go to school, come back, and I'll just watch video after video.
Learn
what is publishing, what is the deal, you know what I mean, everything, contracts, and this and that. So is that. I feel like a lot of people, especially artists that do sign, they don't do that. You know what I mean?
And it's there, basically.
Information is there. Everything is there.
Has everything
is there.
But YouTube, what you say, YouTube is right.
I know, but people are still signing a deal and then complaining 5 years later that they only got 2 people.
Well, I guess there's 2 types of people in the world, innit? Those that try a thing and those that research. You get what I'm saying? But listen, we have to cut because
we know.
Time, my brother. Lovely to meet you.
Give us
your
social.
Yeah, follow me on everything is DJ_Scarves with a Z, SCARFZ, and follow the record label as well, Gaffer.Records.
We'll do it right now.
And don't forget to check us out on the youtube.com/Deck1Deck2, and then soundcloud.com/Facts Official UK. Obviously, you can get on Spotify and all of that as well. Make sure you're listening, subscribing, liking, sharing, all of that, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start doing this at the beginning anyway soon, Carl.
I want these people. They should have. If they've reached this far,
I'm seeing the numbers going up, but they're not getting up. You get me? I want them to. I need to see 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
You get
tell a friend to tell the next friend.
Yeah.
We do it like that, man.
Keep sharing.
People.
Big up, man. Deck1Deck2.
Respect.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.